and welcome to the stage, the hilarious, the amazing Darcy Boon Collins!
You guys seem great. You guys seem like a really good crowd. We'll see how this goes. You guys seem really well adjusted. I've been watching and you seem like you're doing really well. My topic is let's see if you can guess it. Anybody here go through a COVID breakup? Just me, cool. All right, happy to hear it. COVID, it was tough. I was like deep in COVID, and I was with this girl. I thought I was gonna marry her, right? Like it was one of those ones, and one of those. I've had a couple of those too. More fiancés than brides. This is just an aside, but I do have this deranged, like, marry me or else the train will get you kind of thing going on, so if anybody's interested. I'm not wearing my top hat right now, but it is ready. So it was deep COVID, like remember that point where you were like, I haven't seen the sun in a very long time, and like the TV was your best friend. And I was with my, at the time I thought we were gonna get married. I love this girl very much. And it was like, it was bad. Like my beard was long, like my fingernails were long, and like her, it was long. It was like, but it was like, but it was so deep in there that we were seeing each other at our worst. And it was like, this is love, like we love each other. This is good. And then she approached me one time and she was like, look, which is never, it's never like a good comment. It's never like, look, your penis is awesome. It just gets better every day. I love it. It's huge. It's enormous. I love it. So she was like, look, you have depression. I was like, bingo. She was like, you hate yourself all the time. I was like, every darn day. She was like, so the longer we were dating, initially, when we first kind of fell in love, I thought that I could love you so much that it would show you how the world sees you. Because she was very sweet about it. She was like, I thought that I could love you so much that you would see yourself the way I see you, and you would love yourself as much as I love you. And I was like, what a stupid thing to think. You're such a beautiful idiot. And she was like, the longer we've been together, the more I'm realizing that you are a black hole that eats love. You are an abyss. You are just a void. And I just keep heaping love into you, and you're just burning it like a furnace. And I just keep trying and trying and trying, and you're just consuming it like a sun. And it's just, you hate yourself so much, it's made me hate you too. And I was like, we have so much in common though. Let's stay together. So she's gone. Mental illness. That's what this one's about. It's my son. So I've been on a journey post-COVID. I'm trying to get better. My brain is broken like an egg. I got like Humpty Dumpty brain, but it's been a long journey. I'm trying to fix it. You guys, no one here's in therapy? Is anyone in therapy? Yeah, you guys are how is it?
Awesome.
I'm convinced. I'm going now. How is it? Awesome. Good. Thanks. I'm trying to work up the courage to go. I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of. Here's the thing. If I go to therapy, I think that it's good that we're living in a society where therapy is being more accepted. I think that people are starting to work on themselves more than they ever have before. Like generations past, people just sort of died with their problems and then passed them on. And now people are actually getting better and they're working on that stuff. And I want to live in that society, but I don't want to go to therapy. I don't want to lose my quirks. You know what I mean? I think my quirks are really all I have. I think I'm anxiety and self-loathing bundled up into a weird bald man. And but I think that's have you been around people that just have no friction? Like they're just like balloons. Like they're just completely smooth. And when they rub up against each other, like nothing happens. Have you seen that? You guys haven't been around people like this? I've never felt more alone. You know what I mean? So I was like in the park the other day and I was reading this self-help book and I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to do therapy without like going to a therapist because I don't trust them. You know, like I don't want to go there and then like she's like, so last time we talked about this. I'm like, who told you? Like I have to like, those are my secrets. So I'm trying to fix myself. I'm like a dad that's lost and he will not look at a map. Like I'm like that. They're like, Irving, look for directions. He's like, I know where it is. It's that. But for mental health, like everyone's like, just go to a therapist. I'm like, I'm figuring it out. I have Jungian archetypes. So I'm like reading a self-help book, and there was these dudes playing tennis in the park next to me. It was like a beautiful sunny day, and I was just overhearing their conversation because I was doing anything other than like confront my demons. And these two dudes were just playing tennis, and like he was just like, oh, you know, got to put up the Christmas lights soon. The other guy was like, yeah, it's a long job. And he goes, yeah, it goes a lot easier when you got a beer. And the guy was like, I don't drink. They didn't talk for like an hour. They just played tennis. And I was like, oh! Like, it's just nothing wrong with them. Like, neither of them was just like, one time I fought my dad. Like, there was just nothing going on. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, there's no one looking back at me. I don't know. I have sex dreams about myself. There's just nothing wrong with them. They were just two perfectly fine men playing tennis. And I was just staring at them, just being like, what's wrong with you? I'm from a small town, you know? People don't do therapy there, you know? Therapy is for the shitty folk. Where I'm from, people just sort of, you know, you just have problems and then the whole town acknowledges that. And then you all just die together. And that's a community. I'm from around the town that I'm from. Like okay, to give you an example, there's a dude named Long John. I don't know why you're laughing. It's a perfectly normal name. Where I'm from, people are called Long John. Y'all from the big city, huh? Y'all ain't never met a Long John before? His Johns are long, that's why we call him thus. So Long John runs music events. Long John is like a 70-year-old hippie who smokes way too much marijuana. And he lives in a van, like a converted school bus with like 20 inbred huskies. And he runs music events where he puts on events and like local bands that are like teenagers trying to start rock bands will play his venue, and then afterwards he'll be like, I'm just so high. Well, did I say I was gonna pay you like $20? And they were like, John, it was $100. And he's like, Huskies gotta eat. And he just like steals from teenagers to afford his husky habit. And here's the thing, my parents are from that town, they've been there for a very long time, and they're like, Long John is integral to the arts community. Without Long John, we would have no art! Long John is a saint, he's a great man! There's another guy, his name's Redbeard. Redbeard, you can probably guess why he's named Redbeard. He's got a mohawk. Redbeard is a homeless man who he gives drugs and booze to children. And we love him. Here's the thing, I was children. So I was like, Redbeard, I'm 13. Will you buy me booze so I can go to this party and try to kiss a girl for the first time? And he was like, that is what I am all about. I live in that bush so I can be better at it. And I was like, how much does a six-pack cost? He'd be like, that's gonna be about $50. I was like, that sounds reasonable. I'm 13 years old. We love Redbeard. There's a bus driver that is in our hometown, and he drives a bus, and I don't know, I think he was in a war, I don't know which one, but he his brain had like a shutter speed thing, so if you wore like clothes that were like too eclectic, he would be like, and like kind of like you would just kind of shut down for a bit and like wake up and be like, whoa, and like, so you'd be like, what do you think of this pattern on this shirt? And, like, and then the whole bus would like move. And we all knew that, so we'd all come on and be like, what do you think of that? And he'd be like, whoa! And then the whole bus would be like, whoa! And like, it was fun. We all did that. It's just like what you did on the way to school. You're just like, have you seen this shirt? And you go, and then the whole bus would be like, that was scary and fun. These people are integral to I think if they didn't exist, we wouldn't have a town. You know what I mean? Having these characters in our lives is the only thing they need me to leave. It's them being like, it's over now, it's over. And I'm like, the homeless are important to